Friends, good evening to you all. I hope you're all well. Welcome to the Shed of Wonder. Great to see you on this Monday evening. We're in the Shed of Wonder, obviously, for the FCC Strava review for week ending September the... I've just forgotten my dates, hang on. September the 15th, yes. So I hope you've all had a fantastic weekend. I hope you're all well. I hope Monday's been good to you. It is 6:48 on the dot. It's been really cloudy today, but really warm, and we just had a bit of drizzle as well. But the rest of the week, for down here in the southeast anyway, is going to be glorious sunshine and getting up to about 25 degrees, I think, as the weekend approaches. So fingers crossed for Sunday, because we have the FCC homecoming group ride. 8 o'clock meet for an 8:30 start. All the details are on the FCC Strava page. I will post them up on the FCC Facebook page as well. Hopefully do that tonight. But it'll be great to see as many of you legends there as possible. I think the route that I've got planned is up on Strava. I think it's 35 miles if memory serves me correctly. Start off at Blackwell's Cafe, head towards Albury and Tring. We stop and have coffee, tea, cakes at the Musette Cafe in Albury, and then wind our way back towards Blackwell's. I'm not sure if we'll get back in time for their hearty breakfasts, buffet breakfasts. But they will be serving lunches and that kind of thing, and cakes and chips and glorious food. So if anyone wants to stay and have a drink and something to eat after the ride when we get back to Blackwell's. My God, I'm waffling on, I do apologise. Yeah, anyway, so those of you that can make it on Sunday, I'm really looking forward to seeing you all. Friends, we better crack on with the FCC Strava review. Before we start, I completely forgot to show you total mileage for last week, and it was, because this time I actually remembered to do it, 35,753 miles, which is just amazing. 1,722 activities. Superb stuff from all of you legends in the FCC. Absolutely cracking riding. Okay, friends, okay, I have a pint of water. I am ready to go. I've just had a double espresso as well, so I'm feeling pretty darn good. Right, let's start as we always do with last week's leaders. And we have some massive miles. So, distance, first position, Rupert the Mammal Englander. This is absolutely outstanding, Rupert. 766.7 miles. Truly amazing, my friend. Brilliant stuff. Second place, Keith Clark. 765.6 miles. Just outstanding. I'm guessing you two were together when you've, as you've done sort of similar mileage last week, which is just fantastic. Stephen Smith, correct me if I'm wrong, by the way, you two. Stephen Smith, third position. I know Stephen did the North Coast 500 last week, so massive congratulations, you legend. 353.6 miles for you. Outstanding stuff. Longest ride, Carlos Ardalon. 163.8 miles. Brilliant stuff, Carlos. Ben Phillips in second with 152.8. Brilliant stuff, Ben. And Josip's there in third position with 149.4. Cracking stuff, Josip. Climbing, Keith Clark, 40,617 feet. Wow. Just outstanding, Keith. Rupert is there in second with 39,790 feet. Just simply brilliant, Rupert. And Stephen Smith's there in third with 22,559 feet. Amazing stuff, Stephen, and massive kudos to all of you legends there. Just brilliant riding. Amazing figures, truly sensational. Okay, friends, I'm going to scroll up and we'll look down deeper into last week's top 100 leaderboard. So, as we just mentioned, first place, Rupert's there with 766.7 miles, 7 rides in total. Keith Clark's in second with 765.67 rides as well. Stephen Smith's in third with 353.6, longest ride 108.1 miles. Brilliant stuff. I should just mention as well, Keith longest ride 119.5, Rupert 119.8. Cracking stuff, guys. Fourth position, Chris Goff 314.6. excellent stuff, Chris. 7 rides for you last week, 110 miles was your longest ride. Brilliant. John Millitzer in 5th. Hello John, 305.8 for you. 8 rides in total. Mark Schulz in 6th. Hello Mark, 301 miles. 15 rides for you last week. Cracking stuff, you legend. 102.2 miles was your longest ride. Such massive rides from you legends. Chad is there in 7th position. Hello Chad, hope you're good my friend. 297.2 miles for you, longest ride 70.2, 17,838 feet of climbing as well. That is outstanding. Ben Phillips is in 8th. Hello Ben, 294.1 miles for you. 152.8 miles was your longest ride, which is just amazing. Carl Morrison's in 9th, 283.9, 12 rides for you Carl. 102 miles was your longest ride, another Century rider. Josip's there in 10th with 272.7, longest ride 149.4 miles, 11,831 feet of climbing. Brilliant stuff Josip. Tim NFTO is in 11th position, 269.6 miles. 15 rides for you last week Tim. Stephen Cross is in 12th with 260.2. Pete Jones is in 13th with 258 miles. 4 rides in total. Pete, cracking stuff. Longest ride 100.3 miles. Awesome, you legend. James Finn's in 14th with 255.5. Chris the Train is there in 15th with 237.4. Ironut is there in 16th with 233.9. 17th we have Dave DeWinter with 232.2. Paul Elliott is in 18th with 231.4. Big Cole Taggy 97 is in 19th position with 224.7. 6 rides for you last week mate, cracking stuff. Simon Wise is in 20th with 219.5, 5 rides in total. Longest ride Simon, 101.6 miles, cracking stuff you legend. Luke Toms is there in 21st with 216.6, brilliant stuff Luke. 11,300, I can't even speak. 11,352 feet of climbing, superb stuff my friend. Mark Smith is there in 22nd. Hello Mark, hope you're well buddy. 214.3 miles for you. 4 rides in total, 63.1 was your longest ride, cracking stuff. Carlos is there in 23rd, 214 miles. Becky is there in 24th. Hello Becky, hope you're good. Thank you for your email today. I will send out those socks tomorrow, so you should get them Wednesday. 208 miles, 5 rides in total, 60.9 was your longest ride, cracking stuff. 25th we have Sean Bennington, legend Sean, 206.3, 17 rides in total. Amazing stuff my friend. Paul Stevens is there in 26th, 206.2, 12 rides for you last week mate, cracking stuff. 27th we have Simon James with 205.4, 12 rides for you Simon, brilliant stuff. Tony Ramos is in 28th with 205 miles exactly. Tony Fruin is in 29th, 205 miles also, cracking stuff Tony. Duncan is there in 30th. Hello Duncan, hope you're good my friend. 201.8 miles. Jonathan Sapir is there in 31st with 193.6. Longest ride 100.5 miles, brilliant stuff Jonathan. And I should just say that is 30 of you legends that rode 200 miles or more last week, which is just brilliant. John Secor is there in 32nd with 192.2. Ian Rigby, legend, 33rd, 190.1. Hope you're good, buddy. Philip Carter, 34th with 186.6. Crit Witt is in 35th, 185.7. Fez is there in 36th with 184.7. Stefan Holdorf's in 37th with 184.5. Andrew Wilson's in 38th with 181.7. Jeremy Prodker's in 39th with 181 miles. Longest ride for Jeremy, 101.6. Cracking stuff, Jeremy, brilliant. Emma Hadley's in 40th with 180.8. Will Duffy's there in 41st with 179 miles. 42nd, Paul Malin with 176.9. 4 rides, Paul. Longest ride, 105.7. Cracking stuff, mate. Jens Buckman is there in 43rd with 176.3. Brian Roden's in 44th with 175.6. Cracking climbing, Brian, 17,011 feet, awesome. John Tolley is there in 45th with 173.5. Brilliant stuff, John. Sam Duffy's in 46th with 168.7. Average speed 20 miles an hour. Cracking stuff, Sam. Corey Rings in 47th with 168.4. Brilliant stuff, Corey. Average speed for you 20.4 miles an hour. Absolutely superb, you legend. Crikey, my first time in 3 weeks. I'm in the top 100, 48th position. I'm quite chuffed with that. 168.3 miles. Oh yes. And Richie is there in 49th. Richie, you legend. That's got to be the one and only time that I've beaten you, I think. 167.1 miles for you. 7 rides last week, and so good to see you yesterday as well, buddy, for the winter loop. Awesome stuff. Lee Davis is in 50th with 165.7. Jochen is in 51st with 162.7. Dallas is there in 52nd, 161.6. Cracking stuff, Dallas. Longest ride, 81.2 miles. Philip Nubra's in 53rd with 159.9. 12 rides, Philip. Brilliant stuff. Steve Smith's in 54th with 159.2. 2 rides last week, Steve. Your longest ride was 125.6 miles. That is outstanding, you legend. Brilliant. Terry Tinsel's in 55th. Hello, Terry. 158.9 miles for you. Norbert is there in 56th with 156.3. Brilliant stuff, Norbert. Ian West is in 57th with 155.8. Marek is in 58th with 154.9. Jim Plummer is there in 59th. Hello, Jim. Hope you're well, my friend. 153.3 miles for you. Andy Townsend's in 60th with 153.1. Daniel Clark's there in 61st with 152.4. Snakefire TRI is in 62nd with 152.3. Longest ride, 110.2 miles. Awesome stuff, Snakefire. Les Winters, 63rd position, you legend. You've done it. You've not been in the top 100 for quite some time, my friend, and you've done it this week, so massive kudos to you. 151.9 miles, 11 rides in total. Absolutely superb. Take a bow, my friend. Brilliant. Richard Orty is in 64th with 150.5. John Wade is in 65th with 149.4. Graham Arthur's 66th, you legend. You've done it as well. 148.9 miles. So good to see you yesterday, mate, as well. What a cracking ride we had yesterday. Brilliant stuff. Daniel Tilley, 67th with 148.9. Brilliant stuff, Daniel. Alan Bailey's in 68th with 147.2. Samuel is there in 69th with 144.1. Excellent stuff, Samuel. Marie Simmons is there in 70th. Hello, Marie. Hope you're good. 142.9 miles for you. Jan Erik Berggren is there in 71st with 142.5. Scott McCall is in 72nd with 142.5. Also, brilliant stuff, guys. Jamie Andrews in 73rd with 142.4. Brilliant stuff, Jamie. Dave Brown is in 74th. Hello, Dave. 141.8 miles for you. 9 rides in total. Brilliant stuff, you legend. Rohan is there in 75th with 141.4. Brilliant stuff, Rohan. 76, Ian Beddis, legend. Congratulations, mate. Ian was taking part yesterday, I'm sure it was yesterday, in Ironman Wales, I believe. So absolutely outstanding achievement, mate. 139.5 miles for you. Longest ride 110.7. Absolutely brilliant stuff, mate. Chris Crabb's there in 77th. Hello, Chris. 139.4 miles for you. Zed is there in 78th with 138.5. Jack Pinchin's in 79th with 136.3. Helena is in 80th with 135.8. D. Michael Dozier is there in 81st with 135.3. Steve Go Vegans in 82nd with 134.8. Brilliant stuff, Steve. Hope you're well, buddy. Mark Nickel is there in 83rd with 132.8. That was your one and only ride last week, Mark. That is outstanding, mate. 132.8 miles. Superb. Junior Macmillan is there in 84th. Hello, Junior. Hope you're good. 131.6 miles for you. Nige is there in 85th. Cracking stuff, Nige. Brilliant to get in the top 100. 131.2 miles for you. Breve Strong Cycling is there in 86. Cracking stuff, mate. 130.9 miles for you. Fahim is in 87th with 130.9 also. James Todd's in 88th with 130 miles. Stephen Peach is there in 89th with 129.4. Daniel Hall is in 90th with 129.2. Cracking stuff from you legends I just mentioned there. 91st we have Rowan Harrington with 126.2. Chris Sharps in 92nd with 125.7. Rob Butler is in 93rd with 125.7. Ian Chandler's in 94th with 125. Trevor Hook is in 95th with 125 also. Kev is in 96 with 124.6. Cracking stuff, you legend. Gavin Smith is in 97th even with 124.4. Cracking stuff, Gav in. Paul Williams is in 98th with 123.3. Darren Elbro is in 99th with 123.2. Cracking stuff, Darren. And 100th position, legend Ian Grant, 123.1 miles. So good to see you yesterday, buddy. Cracking ride on the Windsor Loop. Outstanding from every single one of you, not just in the top 100 but throughout the FCC. Amazing stats and just fantastic getting out there on your bikes last week and putting in the miles. Brilliant stuff. Okay friends, now it is time for Riders of the Week. I know we did 3 Riders of the Week last week. This week we're going to do 4 because just amazing once again. And yeah, just fantastic riding, fantastic effort. Let's do 4. Oh yes, 4 Riders of the Week. Okay friends, so the 4 Riders of the Week for last week, week ending September the 5th, are Rupert, Keith, Les Winters and Ian Beddis. Legends, you are all Rider of the Week for last week. Congratulations. Rupert, Keith, Les and Ian, massive congratulations. You are all Riders of the Week for last week. Outstanding achievements last week. Let me show you what socks I have on offer. Oh, now I have multiple pairs. So I've got the pink with white polka dots. I've got the blue with red polka dots. Got the orange ice creams. I've got the on one with the dog, red and black. And then we have, I think this is blue, the blue ice creams as well, and also one pair of the Viner, red, blue and green, I think, socks left. So guys, just let me know which pair of socks you would like. Drop me an email. I'll put my email address in the description below. Let me know which pair of socks you'd like and I will get those sent out to you. But massive congratulations, Riders of the Week. Okay friends, thank you so much for joining me here in the Shed of Wonder on this Monday evening. It's now coming up to 7:20. I will end the review here. Don't forget, if you can make it on Sunday, it'd be lovely to see you all for the FCC homecoming ride, group ride. I will see you in a couple of days with another vlog. Look after yourself, stay safe out there. Goodbye from me.